Welcome to another deep dive. Today we're looking at the Trading Pit. It's a prop trading firm that's been generating a lot of buzz lately. And we're using this great review from buystocks.ai by Enda as our guide.
Sounds good.
And for our listeners out there, make sure to check the description for their latest discount codes. We like to hook you up where we can...
Always good to have a discount.
Yeah. So the Trading Pit, what makes them stand out?
I think the big thing with the Trading Pit is that they're offering a real pathway. It's not just about throwing you in at the deep end. They've got this whole program built around challenges.
Challenges, okay.
Yeah, which help traders, whatever level they are, really refine their skills. And then from there, potentially move on and actually earn a funded account. And especially given the potential rewards here, we're talking 80% profit share for successful traders.
That sounds incredibly generous.
Yeah.
Most prop firms take a much bigger cut. So what's the catch?
The catch, if you want to call it that, is that you really do need to demonstrate consistent profitability. You need to stick to their risk management rules. It's not some kind of get-rich-quick scheme. It's about developing a sustainable approach to trading. And if you can do that, then the potential for scaling your account is actually huge. We're talking up to
$5 million. Okay, now you've got my attention. So who's behind all this?
The review mentions that the Trading Pit was founded back in 2022 by a group of experienced traders.
Okay.
One of them is called Ilmar Mattis, and they're also backed by this firm called Pinorena Capital.
Pinorena Capital. What do they do?
They're a private equity firm, and their focus is on fintech. And this is actually a really key point here, because they've invested in some really big players in the space, leading brokerage firms, even tech giants like OpenAI.
What else makes the Trading Pit stand out? The review mentions several advantages.
I think one of the most appealing things has got to be their commitment to career growth. It's not just about getting funded and then that's it. It's actually about building a sustainable career as a trader. Cool. So they've got these tailored programs for different trading styles, allowing you to specialize and progress through consistent performance.
Now, the review also mentions global reach. Is that right?
That's right. They've got access to a wide range of markets.
So I can trade all sorts of things.
Yeah, all from a single platform. So futures, forex indices, commodities, even cryptocurrencies.
What does the Trading Pit do to help traders like me stay disciplined, avoid those costly mistakes?
They've implemented a very structured approach to risk management.
Okay.
With very clear rules on things like drawdowns, position sizing.
So it helps me stay within my limits.
Yeah, exactly. And it prevents those impulsive decisions, the ones that can wipe out your account.
Yeah, for sure. That peace of mind is invaluable, especially for newcomers, those who are still learning the ropes.
Definitely. And speaking of newcomers, the Trading Pit, they go above and beyond when it comes to education and support.
Okay, so they provide resources and things.
A ton of resources. They've got webinars, ebooks, podcasts, and they use top-tier trading platforms like TradingView, which gives you access to advanced charting tools, real-time market data, a whole suite of features, basically just designed to enhance your trading experience.
It sounds like they've thought of everything.
They've really tried to cover all the bases.
Now, the review also mentions some awards.
Oh, yeah, they've won a bunch of awards.
Award-winning service, most transparent prop trading firm, Global 2023. Best Educational Resources 2023.
Very impressive.
Those are some serious accolades.
They are. It just goes to show their commitment to providing a high-quality experience for their traders.
It's not just about profits, then.
No, it's about building trust and fostering a community of successful traders.
I like their style.
Yeah.
And they even offer frequent payouts every 14 days.
Yeah. Once you meet their criteria.
So it's not like you're waiting months to get your hands on your earnings.
No, you get access to your hard-earned profits much sooner.
I like that flexibility. All right, so it's pretty clear. The Trading Pit has a lot to offer. But who exactly is it right for? The review mentions two main types of traders, new and experienced. Let's start with those who are just starting out. What makes the Trading Pit a good option for them?
I think for new traders, the structured environment is a huge advantage.
Yeah.
The challenges provide a clear path to follow, and the educational resources give them that knowledge they need to actually develop their skills.
So it's like a boot camp for aspiring traders.
Exactly. Equipping them with the tools and the strategies they need to succeed.
But it's not just about diving headfirst into the market.
No, definitely not. They actually really emphasize the importance of learning and practicing before taking on those challenges.
That's responsible.
Yeah. So they encourage new traders to invest time in education, demo trading, risk management before jumping into that live trading.
So building a solid foundation.
Exactly. Not just chasing quick wins.
I like that approach. Now, what about the more seasoned pros, the experienced traders? What makes the Trading Pit appealing to those guys?
for those guys, I think the potential to scale their accounts up to
5 million euros. That's a lot of money.
it is. And they also have access to a diverse range of trading instruments, everything from Forex to futures, and they can benefit from that generous 80% profit share and fast payout options.
I can't believe it's 80%. That's amazing.
It's a great deal. And they get those fast payouts after just 10 profitable days.
10 days. That's incredible. Most places make you wait weeks or even months.
Yeah, it's a game changer. And it gives those experienced traders that freedom and flexibility to operate like professionals with the support and the resources they need to take their trading to the next level.
Wow. It sounds like they've really struck a balance, catering to both ends of the spectrum. But let's dive into the heart of the matter, the trading pit challenges. What are they all about?
So they offer a variety of challenges, tailored to different trading styles and risk tolerances.
Okay.
So you've got the Prime CFD Classic, Prime Futures, Classic Futures, and then a really unique one called the CFD Mini Challenge.
So something for everyone, from the cautious newbie to the risk-taking veteran.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And each challenge has its own kind of unique set of rules and objectives.
Okay. This is where it gets a little bit complicated for me. Could you break down some of the key differences? For example, what's the difference between a one-phase and a two-phase evaluation?
Sure. So a one-phase evaluation is like a straight shot to the finish line.
Okay.
You've got one set of targets to meet within a specific time frame.
Okay.
If you achieve those targets, you pass and you move on to a funded account.
So it's like higher stakes, all or nothing kind of approach.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What about the two-phase evaluations?
Are they more forgiving?
I think they could be seen that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a two-phase evaluation gives you 2 checkpoints along the way. So it allows for a more gradual progression and potentially gives you a chance to recover if you stumble in that first phase.
So it might be a better option for traders who are still developing their consistency or prefer a more cautious approach. But wouldn't a two-phase evaluation also take longer to complete?
It could do, yeah. It's all about finding the right fit for your trading style and risk tolerance. Some traders thrive under pressure
Right.
and prefer the directness of a one-phase challenge, while others benefit from that added flexibility and lower risk of the two-phase approach.
That makes sense. Now, you also mentioned differences in how drawdowns are calculated. Some challenges use a balance-based approach, while others use an equity-based approach. What's the difference there, and why should traders care?
Good question. So the drawdown calculation method determines how your potential losses are limited.
Okay.
With a balance-based drawdown, your daily and maximum drawdown limits are fixed based on your starting account balance, regardless of how much profit you've accumulated.
So even if I'm doing well and my account has grown, my potential losses are capped at a specific percentage of my initial balance. That sounds safer, especially for a newer trader like me.
Yeah, it can be. It provides a clear boundary and helps you manage your risk more effectively. But it also means that as your account grows, your drawdown limits don't increase proportionally.
So I might feel constrained if I'm consistently profitable and want more room to maneuver.
Exactly. And that's where the equity-based drawdown comes in.
Okay, how does that one work?
With an equity-based drawdown, your drawdown limits are calculated based on your current account balance, including any unrealized profits.
So as my account grows, my drawdown limits also increase.
Exactly. It gives you more flexibility and potentially allows for larger trades.
That sounds like it could be risky too, right?
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. It rewards success, but also exposes you to potentially larger losses if things go wrong.
Choosing the right drawdown calculation method seems like a delicate balancing act.
It is, yeah. It depends on your individual trading style, risk tolerance, and overall strategy.
Okay, so we've covered one-phase versus two-phase evaluations, balance-based versus equity-based drawdowns. What other key differences should traders consider when choosing a challenge?
The profit targets and minimum trading day requirements also vary between challenges.
Right.
Some challenges have lower profit targets.
Making them more accessible.
Exactly. So for newer traders, or those who prefer a more conservative approach,
Makes sense.
others have higher targets attracting those, aiming for more significant gains.
And then the minimum trading day requirement, make sure that traders are actively engaged in the market.
Not just taking a few lucky trades and then disappearing.
It's about building that track record.
Exactly. Consistency is key.
All right, now let's shift gears a little bit and talk about scaling plans. You mentioned that the trading pit offers different plans depending on the challenge. What are scaling plans, and why should traders care about them?
Okay, so scaling plans are essentially reward systems
Okay.
that allow you to manage larger and larger amounts of capital as you consistently achieve profitability.
Oh, so it's like leveling up in a video game.
Exactly. As you progress and demonstrate your skills, you unlock access to more powerful tools and greater rewards.
I like that analogy. The better I perform, The more capital I can potentially manage,
Yeah.
and the greater my earning potential becomes.
That's the idea. Yeah.
So what do these scaling plans actually look like in practice?
It varies depending on the challenge.
Okay.
For example, in the Prime CFD challenge, you can increase your account size by 25% every 2 months if you meet certain conditions.
Such as?
Things like being active for at least 2 months, receiving at least 2 payouts, and achieving a 10% profit on your initial balance.
So it's like they're giving you a raise for doing a good job.
Yeah, exactly. But you need to prove you can handle the responsibility before they hand you the keys to a larger account.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
What about the scaling plans for the other challenges?
The Classic Challenge, for example, has a different approach. You can only scale your account and request payouts once you hit the profit target.
Oh, so it's a bit more like a milestone-based system where you're rewarded for achieving specific goals.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, it seems like it comes down to personal preference and trading style.
It does, yeah. Some traders might prefer that gradual scaling and more frequent payouts of the Prime Challenge,
Right.
while others might be more motivated by the all-or-nothing approach of the Classic Challenge.
And the trading pit lets you choose.
Yeah, they cater to a wide range of traders, giving them the flexibility to choose a challenge that aligns with their individual goals and risk appetite.
Now let's talk about the thing we all love, payouts.
Yeah.
You mentioned that the trading pit offers frequent payouts, which is a big plus for a lot of traders. How does their payout system actually work?
Once you meet the minimum criteria for your chosen challenge, you can typically request payouts every 14 days.
So no waiting for months on end.
No, you get more control over your finances and can enjoy the fruits of your labor sooner.
That's a huge advantage, especially for traders who rely on their trading income or just prefer to have more frequent access to their funds.
Yeah. And the minimum payout amounts are usually quite low,
Okay.
making it accessible even for those who are just starting out and building their accounts.
So even if you're taking a more cautious approach or working with a smaller account size, you can still see tangible results fairly quickly. That's encouraging.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about one specific offering that caught my eye, the CFD Mini Challenge. It sounds like a great option for those who are new to prop trading or want to test drive the waters without risking a lot of capital.
Yeah, it's a really unique and appealing option. For just $9, you get a $5,000 starting balance and can trade CFDs on a variety of instruments. The profit target is 10%, and there are no daily drawdown limits.
No daily drawdown limits. That sounds risky.
It can be, yeah, but
Yeah.
the catch is that the maximum drawdown is 50%.
Okay.
So you have a lot of room to maneuver and experiment with different trading strategies. But you also need to be mindful of your overall risk and avoid those account-blowing mistakes.
So it's like a high-stakes training ground. If you can navigate this challenge successfully, you'll have gained valuable experience and confidence for tackling those larger challenges.
Exactly. And if you pass, you get a $50 voucher to use towards future challenges. So it's a win situation, you gain experience, you build confidence, and you potentially earn rewards.
I love a win situation. Now, we've covered a lot of ground, from the different challenge types to their scaling plans and payout structures. But before we move on, I want to remind our listeners to check the description for details about the Trading Pit's latest discounts. We'll be back soon to continue our deep dives and address some of the most common questions and concerns that potential traders might have.
Sounds good. All right, so welcome back to our deep dive into the Trading Pit. Before the break, we were talking about the different challenges they offer and how they're structured to support traders at all those different levels. But let's get into the specifics here.
Yeah, let's talk about the rules, the regulations.
Yeah.
Things traders really need to be aware of.
Absolutely. So one of the first things to understand is that while they offer a pretty relaxed environment, the Trading Pit, they really take risk management seriously.
Makes sense.
Yeah, they've got specific rules in place to protect both the trader and the firm.
That's responsible, especially when we're talking about leverage.
Exactly. So one of the most important rules revolves around drawdowns.
We talked about how those are calculated.
Yeah, but it's crucial to understand the specific limits for each challenge.
So if I exceed the maximum drawdown limit,
Even if it's just for a single day,
yeah.
your account can be closed.
So staying within those limits is essential.
It is, yeah. It's not just about making profits, it's about managing risk effectively.
Okay, what else should traders be aware of?
Another key rule is the minimum trading day requirement. Each challenge has a specific number of trading days that you need to be active in the market.
Okay.
This ensures that traders are consistently engaging with the markets, not just taking a couple of lucky trades and then disappearing.
It's about building that track record.
Exactly. Consistency is key.
And speaking of transparency, they have strict rules against any form of fraudulent activity. So that includes using multiple accounts, manipulating trades, or engaging in any other unethical practices.
That's reassuring to know.
Yeah.
They're creating a level playing field
Right.
where everyone has an equal opportunity.
Exactly.
Now, what about trading strategies? Are there any limitations there?
Yeah, there are actually. Certain strategies are generally prohibited.
Like what kind of strategies?
So things like high-frequency trading, arbitrage trading, news trading during periods of high volatility, those are generally a no-go. Makes sense. They want to encourage traders to develop their own skills and strategies.
Exactly.
The focus is on the long term.
Yeah, building a solid foundation for sustainable success. Now, besides the specific rules, they also have a comprehensive set of terms and conditions.
The fine print.
Exactly.
Right.
That traders need to agree to before participating in any challenge. But the trading pit is very transparent, and they provide all the necessary information on their website. They encourage potential traders to do their research and fully understand those terms before committing to a challenge.
That's the sign of a reputable company.
Definitely. Now, let's shift gears a little bit and address some common questions that potential traders might have about the trading pit. But what about the funding process? How does that work in practice?
Yeah, that's a big one. Walk me through it.
Sure. It's actually pretty straightforward. Once you choose a challenge that aligns with your trading style and risk tolerance, you successfully complete it by meeting all the criteria.
So hit the profit target.
Stay within the drawdown limits, complete the required trading days, and adhere to all those rules.
Right.
Then you'll be invited to open a funded account.
Okay, so it's like a graduation ceremony.
Exactly. You've proven your skills, and now you're ready to trade with real capital.
Love it. So what happens next?
Yeah. The trading pit will deposit funds into your funded account based on the size of the account you've qualified for. And then you're able to trade with their capital, keeping a generous portion of the profits you generate.
And remind me, what's the typical profit split?
80-20 in favor of the trader.
That's incredible.
One of the most trader-friendly profit-sharing models in the industry.
Wow. I like that.
Yeah.
Now, what happens if a trader violates one of the rules?
The consequences can vary depending on the severity of the violation. Minor infractions might result in a warning or a temporary suspension of trading privileges. But serious violations,
Like what?
engaging in fraudulent activity, exceeding that maximum drawdown limit, those can lead to the closure of your account.
So it's important to take the rules seriously.
It is definitely.
You do your research.
Yeah, but they do provide all the necessary information on their website. And they encourage traders to reach out to their support team
If they have any questions or concerns.
Now, what about trading platforms? You mentioned earlier that they offer a variety of platforms.
Yes, they do. They support some of the most popular and respected platforms in the industry. So you've got MetaTrader 4, MetaTrader 5.
Those are the big ones.
They are, industry standard platforms with a wide range of features and capabilities. Okay, this has been really informative. I'm even more impressed with the Trading Pit now than I was before.
They're a great company.
They've created this really comprehensive and supportive environment for traders of all levels.
They have.
And their focus on risk management education and consistent performance is really commendable.
They're definitely raising the bar in the prop trading industry.
Make sure you check the description for details about their latest discounts. We'll be back soon with another deep dive. So until then, happy trading.